Hey retail class, time for English on this lovely Wednesday morning. So this week we have been looking at persuasive writing. So on Monday we looked at different features and found them in persuasive texts. And yesterday we looked at time adverbials that helps link our writing when we're doing long pieces of writing like that. So let's have a look at what we're going to be learning about today. Our LO today is to explore synonyms, power of three, and exaggerated language as persuasive language features. So the three persuasive language features we're looking at are, let's just break down the LO, synonyms, power of three, and exaggerated language. So let's have a look at what all of those are. Let's break that down even more. So a synonym, okay? So synonyms are words with the same or similar meaning. So merry, joyful, and delighted are all synonyms of happy. Okay, Miss James talks about synonyms quite a lot. This is where our trusted thesaurus comes in handy. Okay, so often we're using it for adjectives, but just words in general, might be verbs or something. We can always up-level our work by using strong synonyms, okay, stronger words. So there's nothing wrong with the word happy, but merry, joyful, delighted, it gives us more variety. It makes our writing more exciting rather than just using the same old boring words, okay? And it can add more oomph to our writing by telling us that I'm not just happy, I'm delighted. That tells me that I'm more than just happy, okay? And joyful, it makes me think that I'm really smiley and happy. So it just adds more depth to our writing dependent on the words that we use, okay? You guys have got really good recently at using thesauruses to give yourself synonyms to make your writing stronger. So that's fantastic. The power of three. So the power of three is connected to using strong synonyms. That's why we're learning about them all today. So if we use three strong adjectives or phrases to describe a point, it makes it more powerful. So I could say, the painting looks good, okay? Nothing wrong with that. I'm telling my reader or I'm telling the person I'm talking to that it looks good. But if I said the painting looks fantastic, amazing and beautiful, it sounds so much better. It's a stronger sentence. I make it sound better because I'm describing it with three words as opposed to just one. So it's the power of three. Exaggerated language. This is a really important feature with persuasive writing. So when we're trying to sell something, we need to make it sound as good as we possibly can. So exaggerated language is used a lot with adverts on the TV that you might see on the internet or something like that, but also in travel brochures and leaflets and things like that, but also when we are writing a persuasive argument, which is what we're going to be doing this week, we are trying to sell our point of view. We're trying to sell our argument. So we're still trying to sell something, just not in the way that we might do with advertising stuff. But we are trying to get our point across. We're trying to sell them our point of view. So that's why we use exaggerated language. We need to make it sound as good as possible, the best it can. So let's have a look at how we might do that. Okay, so why do we use these particular language features in persuasive writing? So we use them to sell things to other people. So when we're writing an argument, we are selling our point of view to someone else. So we have to make our point sound as good as possible to persuade them to agree with us. So if we look at some of the texts we've looked at this week, why are mobile phones important? Someone might already have a view on that. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. But you could persuade somebody to think about your point of view, and actually you've got a strong argument because you're using all these strong language features to change their mind, to sell them your argument. So the language features that we're learning about today and this week are really, really important to have strong, persuasive writing. Okay, I'm going to sell you something now. Let's see how we go. So right here, I've got a picture of a teddy and I've got a sentence that's going to sell you the teddy. It's going to make you want the teddy. This teddy is fluffy and it is nice to cuddle. Have I sold it? It's not a bad description. The teddy is fluffy and it does look really nice to cuddle. Can I use the three features we've looked at today to make you want this teddy even more? So let's see if we can use synonyms, power of three, and exaggerated language to make me selling this teddy bear to you even better. Just going to pull this down. Okay, so now, using our language features, my selling point is this teddy is soft, fluffy, and adorable, and is the most amazing teddy to cuddle. So I have used some synonyms for fluffy. I've used soft, and I've added in adorable. I've used the power of three: soft, fluffy, and adorable. Okay, and then I've used my exaggerated language. Rather than just it's nice to cuddle, I've added in and is the most amazing teddy to cuddle. So if there were two images of this teddy, which I'm just going to do now, and you saw these both in a magazine, okay, they're the same price. They're both $10.99, these teddy bears, in a magazine or in a shop. And you see this description for this one. This teddy is fluffy and is nice to cuddle. Right next to it in the shop or in the magazine picture is the same teddy, but you see this description. This teddy is soft, fluffy, and adorable and is the most amazing teddy to cuddle. Which one would you buy? I would buy this one because it sounds better. It looks the same, it's the same price, but the description of it is better. This one has sold it to me because they have used persuasive language features. So, now that I've shown you how to use those language features, let's see what work we're going to do today. So there's two challenges today. There is a green 1-star activity and a pink 2-star activity. Okay, so you're free to choose which one you want to do. Please choose the one that you feel most comfortable doing, but giving yourself a bit of a challenge also would be amazing. So the 1-star activity today is you're going to use the picture and argument prompt. So there should be an attachment with some pictures of things like teddy bears, balls, a bottle or things like that, and an argument, a bit like what we used on Tuesday, like arguments for and against. Okay, so a simple sentence. And you're going to write a sentence to sell the argument or the product to me, like I did with the teddy bear. Now, for each sentence or each prompt that you use, you're going to use one of the language features in that sentence. So you might use a synonym. So rather than just saying the teddy bear is fluffy, you're going to look up the word fluffy in a thesaurus and you're going to find a stronger adjective to describe it. You're going to make it sound better by using a better adjective. Okay, or you might use power of three. You might think, I need to use 3 words to describe it to make it sound better. So I'd like 10 sentences, please, okay? You do not need to use the picture prompts and argument prompts. If you can think of your own, that's absolutely fine. You can write it about, maybe you want to sell me something to do with football or boxing or unicorns. That's absolutely fine. They're just there in case you need some ideas. So the 2-star activity today is nearly the same. It's just if you want a bit more of a challenge. Okay, so you're going to use the picture and argument prompts again. You're going to write sentences to sell me the argument or the product. But in each sentence, you're going to use all of the language features. Okay, not just picking one. You're going to use all 3 of them that we've talked about today in your sentences, just like I did with the teddy. Okay, so this is an example of the 2-star. This is me using the 3 language features. I've used synonyms, I've used power of 3, and I've used excuse me, I've used exaggerated language. Okay, so that's an example of a 2-star. Okay, and because your sentences will be longer, I just want 8 sentences, please, okay? And again, you do not need to use the picture and argument prompts if you don't want to. You are free to write about what you want to do, what you want to write about, as long as it's appropriate. They're just there to help you if you need a guide. Any questions at all, as ever, you can send me an email, send me a message on the assignment on Show My Homework, or you can get your parents to send me a message on Dojo. Have fun. Enjoy.